Welcome back. Today I'm going to be checking out another SCP from TheVolgun. This is 4666. Now, I had a little bit of very freak out reaction to the thumbnail of this one. I'm already a little bit concerned, but I'm sure everything will be fine. Right? I ain't worried about it. If you are new here, please do consider subscribing. It'd really help me out, and I'd very, 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 very much appreciate it. Thank you. Are you ready? Let's go. Ooh.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Hi, Dr. Miller.
My name is Dr. Miller.
Hi.
And the SCP we're going to be looking at today is SCP-4666. Object Class, Keter. Special Containment Procedures. Web traffic and law enforcement channels worldwide are to be monitored for evidence of SCP-4666 activity, and particularly for cases of stalking or reports of anomalous phenomena involving families with young children.
Oh no. It goes after kids? Okay.
Should a Visnock event be suspected to be in progress, the nearest containment task force is to be dispatched to attempt containment of SCP-4666. Standard PDP-8 humanoid first contact protocols apply. Media coverage of family deaths attributed to SCP-4666 is to be suppressed or falsified to make said deaths appear as non-anomalous home invasion murders. Forensic evidence and SCP-4666-A instances collected by non-Foundation agencies are to be confiscated and witnesses amnesticized. Description: SCP-4666 is currently believed to be a single, exceptionally long-lived humanoid entity of unknown origin. Survivors of Visnock events typically describe SCP-4666 as a very tall, between 2 and 2.3 meters, elderly male of European descent with an extremely emaciated appearance. The entity always appears completely naked, even when observed outdoors in the freezing weather.
Put some freaking pants on, dude! What? Sorry.
Though the nature and extent of its anomalous properties remain uncertain, SCP-4666 appears capable of instantaneous or near instantaneous travel to any location north of 40 degrees north latitude, and possibly to any location on Earth.
What is that thing that Goku does? Is it literally just instant transmission? Are you telling me this guy can just pop up wherever he wants to go? Any location 40 degrees north and possibly any location on Earth. That's crazy.
SCP-4666 activity occurs exclusively within a period of 12 consecutive nights every year, from the night of December 21st or 22nd to the night of January 1st or 2nd. This period is known as SCP-4666's active phase.
For Christmas? This is just Kris Kringle? This is what? Or would this be Krampus? Actually. Well, maybe the description doesn't fit for Krampus, but maybe?
During this phase, in what are termed Visnock events, SCP-4666 will appear at dwellings in one or multiple locations north of 40 degrees north latitude.
Where is that? Can someone tell the dumb American where north of 40 degrees latitude is? Is that like what are we looking at here? What does that mean? I hope someone's Googling it. Santa's workshop? Oh my god. I don't know, man. That's very specific. That has to be like somewhere. I don't know. All of Europe, Canada, and half of the US. So it cuts the US in half? North of 48 degrees north of the equator. Indiana and up? Really? Thank God I live in the South, bro. Jesus. Sorry, guys.
All known Visnock events, these dwellings have shared the following characteristics. Isolated rural location.
Shit.
Home to a family with at least one child under the age of 8.
Okay, we're good.
And situated in an area with snow cover lasting throughout the duration of the event.
Ah, we're good.
Visnock events consist of the following general progression. Nights 1 to 7. Children will report seeing SCP-4666 in the vicinity of their family's dwelling. The entity will typically be observed watching the dwelling from a distance, such as from across a nearby field or from the edge of a neighboring forest.
I don't like that.
In some cases, children will report waking up at night to find SCP-4666 watching them sleep through a window.
Ooh.
Nights 8 to 11. Family members, including the parents, will report sounds of footsteps coming from the roof or the attic. An extremely unpleasant odor will also frequently be noticed inside the dwelling. No cause for these phenomena will be found. As a result, parents will often begin to suspect their family is being stalked, or even that their dwelling might be haunted. Night 12. Over the course of the night, one of two scenarios will occur. The first, and most common, is that SCP-4666 will kill all members of the family, save for one child under the age of 8, whom it will abduct. SCP-4666 will inflict incapacitating injuries to family members while they are sleeping, then herd them into a single room of the dwelling where it will proceed to kill them in view of each other. The method of killing varies with the event and will typically be preceded by some form of torture, which appears to serve as a ritualistic purpose. See Visnock events log below. In the second scenario, which has occurred in roughly 15% of known Visnock events, SCP-4666 will not harm the family. Family members will report hearing footsteps inside their dwelling at night, though no signs of forced entry will be found. In the morning, children will discover presence at the foot of their beds.
Oh my God. Is this so he kills the naughty ones and then gives like the good ones toys?
These will consist of toys crudely crafted from the remains of human children. See SCP-4666-A instances log below. The criteria, if any, by which SCP-4666 determines the outcome of a Visnock event are unknown.
It's literally, oh my God, it's the naughty list. It's the naughty list, and if you're on the good list, you literally get toys crafted from the bad kids. That's... Why does bro look like Jim Carrey? Why does this look like some face that Jim Carrey would make, bro? Why? Oh no! Oh no! Ah, crap. This is evil Santa Jim Carrey right now, man. Oh my God.
Document 4666-5-30091. Visnock defense log. Location: unknown village, Croatia, 1498.
Whoa.
Description of Visnock event: unconfirmed. An entire family was killed with the exception of one of the children, age unknown, who was abducted. Though specific details about the event are not available in recovered documents, it was noted that the killings presented strong paganistic elements and that the family members had been made to suffer greatly prior to death. The archbishop who oversaw the investigation wrote that he believed the family had been killed as part of a demonic ritual. Location: unknown village, Rupert's Land, present-day Ontario, Canada, 1689. Description of Visnock event. Unconfirmed. An entire family was killed with the exception of 2 of the children, one of whom was abducted, and one of whom, female age unknown, escaped during the killings and was able to reach a nearby village. She told authorities that a naked man had broken into her family's dwelling during the night and proceeded to torture them. Exact method not specified in recovered documents. Upon investigation, the bodies of the family members were found inside their dwelling, hanging upside down from the ceiling. All had been exsanguinated.
Okay. What does that word mean? Frick. He just said it too, man. Blood? Oh, they were bled out? Oh, ew. Okay. So like you would do to an animal, you'd hang them up and then you'd bleed them. Oh God. Okay.
Location:
Ugh.
Eichstätt, Germany, 1913. Description of Visnock event. An entire family was killed with the exception of the youngest child, male, age 3, who was abducted. The bodies of the parents and 5 other children were found inside a stable adjoining their dwelling. They had been restrained by having knives, pitchforks, and other sharp implements forced through the palms of their hands and into the walls of the stable before having their tongues removed, leading to hemorrhaging and death.
Oh my God.
Blood from the family members had then been used to paint elaborate patterns of unknown meaning on the hides of the mule, goat, and 2 cows present in the stable. The animals themselves were not harmed. Neighbors told the authorities that in the week preceding the killings, the father of the family had mentioned finding tracks in the snow around the family's dwelling, which appeared to have been made by...
Oh my God. Oh no. Oh, why'd you have to look at me? Oh, I don't like that. Oh, I don't like that at all. Oh. Oh, you look more like Jim Carrey than ever. I mean, you look beautiful. What do I say here that doesn't get me killed? Oh my God.
Location: Plios, Soviet Union, 1956. Description of Visnock event. An entire family was killed with the exception of the youngest child, male age 4, who was abducted. The bodies of the parents and 1 other child were found in the living room of their house. They had been restrained, and their feet had been held over flames in the fireplace for an extended period of time, calcining the tissues of the feet and exposing the bones. They had then their heads crushed with an unknown heavy implement. Hundreds of bite marks believed to have been inflicted post-mortem were found on each of the bodies. Branches cut from a fir tree outside the house had also been placed over the bodies to unknown purpose.
Oh my God.
Location: Skudeneshavn, Norway, 1971. Description of Visnock event. An entire family was killed with the exception of the 2nd youngest child, female age 5, who was abducted. The bodies of the parents and 2 other children were found in the basement of their house. Each had at least 1 limb pulled off by brute force before being stabbed precisely 39 times with an unknown sharp implement, possibly a piece of bone from one of the removed limbs, resulting in massive blood loss and death. The family members had been eviscerated and their small and large intestines removed and cut into 30 to 50 centimeter long pieces. These had been arranged in radiating lines around the bodies.
Ew.
Feces from the intestines had been used to trace symbols of unknown meaning on the walls of the basement.
I do not mean this in any sort of negative or like nitpicky way or anything, right? Take this with a grain of salt. I feel that a lot of these are written just to be like as kind of shocking and grotesque as possible. Does that make sense? I don't mean it as a negative. I don't mean it as like whatever. But oftentimes when I listen to these, they are just like shock. It's like, what is the most disturbing, weird, nasty thing I can think of? And then they just write it. I don't necessarily have a problem with that, but it does kind of make me, I don't know, like, I'm not as invested sometimes, because it's just like, oh, well, this is just ludicrous. This is just like so far beyond, like, I guess what I could imagine as being real. You know what I mean? So it kind of loses me a little bit, but that's not a complaint. That's not a complaint. That's not me trying to shit on it in any way, shape, or form. It just seems to be a lot, if that makes sense. Like, it's very push the boundary and then some, if that makes sense. I get that from the more grotesque ones that we watch or listen to, I guess.
Location: Egilstadir, Iceland, 1996. Description of Visnock event: an entire family was killed with the exception of the youngest child, female age 4, who was abducted. The bodies of the parents and 7 other children were found inside their house. All had large pieces of skin removed from their backs, necks, and groins prior to death. Removed skin was found to have been partially consumed. They had been killed by decapitation with a bucksaw that had belonged to the family. Following death, the family members' headless bodies had been carried into their respective rooms and placed on their beds. Each of the removed heads had also been placed upright on a step of the staircase leading from the first to the second floor, with the parents' heads on the top 2 steps and the children's heads on the lower steps, in decreasing order of age.
Oh my god.
Document 4666 530985. SCP-4666-A Instances Log. Location: Nurms, Finland, 1811.
Okay.
Description of SCP-4666-A Instance: a small wooden drum with 2 wooden drumsticks of uneven length. Drum skin consists of a 390 centimeter cubed piece of skin belonging to a human child stretched with a thread made from human tendons.
Okay, so SCP-4666-A are the toys. These are now the list of what he's crudely made from. Okay.
Location: Gallagher, Wales, 1857. Description of SCP-4666-A Instance: a small knife, 15 centimeters in length, the blade was 6 centimeters in length, sculpted from a single piece of bone belonging to a human child. Symbols of unknown meaning had been carved into the handle. Location: Makat, Kazakhstan, 1903. Description of SCP-4666-A Instance: a flute made from the hollowed-out femur of a human child. Holes have been bored at uneven intervals along its length. The femur appears to have been dyed in human blood.
Oh my god.
Location: Bangor, Michigan, 1960.
Michigan?
Description of SCP-4666-A Instance: a wooden box containing 13 miniature human-like figurines, each 4 to 6 centimeters in height, made from the phalangeal bones of human children.
Does anyone know their bones? What is this? Phalangeal. Phalange, isn't that your throat? Oh no, phalanges your fingers. Oh yeah, your phalanges. Why did I think throat for a second? Wait, what's in your what's in your throat? Wait, am I stupid? Don't answer that. Oh, well, I'm just dumb. All right, understood. All right, so it's your fingies, my bad.
Tied together with strips of human tendon. The figurines had been decorated with human hair and small pieces of torn clothing. DNA testing revealed that the remains belonged to 18 separate children.
Oh my god.
Location: Cape Broyle, Canada, 1976. Description of SCP-4666-A Instance: a ball 23 centimeters in diameter, made from 19 layers of human skin wrapped tightly around the desiccated head of an unidentified human child.
Oh my
Male,
god.
age 2 or 3. Layers of skin are held in place with pine resin.
Okay, see again. This is I'm not complaining, right? But this is what I mean. Like, this is the most, like, just out there thing. And it has like the shock, right? Of like, oh my God. But then it like, there's too much being too extreme for me. And it doesn't, it is, but isn't a negative, I guess. It's a negative because it kind of just loses a lot of the value. And I guess also because we're reading this as a report, right? You're reading this as a report. You just move on. You hear this most like low of low, unimaginable like horror, and then it's just on to the next thing. You know what I mean? Like it makes sense. Clearly, it's a report you're going through. Someone's just reading a piece of paper, but like there's so much to these really, really bad or grotesque SCPs that it kind of loses it on me because it's just like shock and then, okay, well, next thing. Okay, shock. Okay, well, next thing. So this is crazy. Oh my God. I don't have really words. I mean, I'm so very glad that it's not real, of course. Like that's the only like saving grace, but it's insane. Oh my God.
Location: Bard, Netherlands, 2006. Description of SCP-4666-A instance: a hairbrush. The handle is made out of wood and poorly carved.
Okay.
In place of bristles, 43 deciduous human teeth have been set at irregular intervals into the handle. DNA testing revealed that each tooth belongs to a different child. Only 2 of the teeth could be matched to known abduction victims of SCP-4666. Teeth vary in age from a few days to over 400 years.
Oh my God.
Discovery: SCP-4666's existence and ongoing activity were first detected in 1974 through the Foundation's newly implemented Anomalous Signature Recognition Program, when several highly similar home invasion incidents resulting in family deaths were found to have occurred throughout the Northern Hemisphere during the night of January 1st or 2nd. Extensive research into law enforcement archives worldwide eventually uncovered evidence of probable Visnock events for nearly every preceding year, going back to the late 18th century, average of 3.1 known events per year. Numerous historical documents were also found which appear to describe SCP-4666 activity occurring prior to this period, in some cases as early as the 2nd century AD in Europe and Russia, and as early as the 1st century BC in Scandinavia. Fingerprints belonging to the same humanoid entity have been discovered at the locations of all Foundation investigated Visnock events. These have been matched to a partial fingerprint found preserved in dried blood on a recovered SCP-4666-A instance dating from 1873. The fingerprints present characteristics not known to occur in human beings. See image.
Is it because they're talking about the 2 swirls? Let me stare at my thumb for 2 seconds. I know I only have 1 swirl. Is that what we're calling the abnormality? Is that there's 2 swirls in it? He might also explain it, but if I look at my fingies, my phalanges, if you will, I only got 1 swirl.
Human-like white hairs were also recovered from the locations of several Visnock events, though no DNA, human or otherwise, could be extracted from them. Addendum 4666-01. On January 2nd, 2018, several SCP-4666-A instances were discovered at a family's residence in Hoonah, Alaska, following the conclusion of Visnock event number 060198. Among these instances was SCP-4666-A-0960, which consisted of a crude life-size doll made from the emaciated body of a female child to which the following modifications had been made. A dress made from various pieces of dirty, discolored clothing had been sewn around the body, and in several places into the body's skin. The mouth had been sewn shut with thread made from human tendons, and the lips painted red with a solution consisting primarily of human blood. The fingernails of another child had been glued over the body's fingernails with pine resin. These had been painted red with the same human blood-based solution. 3 of the body's fingers were missing. The entire scalp had been removed from the head, and the scalp of another child with long blonde hair sewn onto the head in its place. The hair had been tied into 2 braids. Both eyes had been removed, and 2 large round pebbles on which eyes had been crudely painted placed into the empty orbits. Upon examination by the family, the child from whom the doll had been made was found to be still alive, albeit unconscious. Authorities were notified, and the child was airlifted to Bartlett Regional Hospital in Juneau, Alaska, where she survived for 18 hours.
Pardon me? She was alive? Am I understanding that? It said... Hold on. Okay. All right, now I'm gonna harp on it again. Take this with a grain of salt. I know some people really like this SCP. I'm gonna be extremely harsh. There is no f***ing point. There is no point to this. Honey, sweetie, darling. There is no point to this. There is no point. There's no point to this. This is a lot. This is a lot. This is far more than it ever needs to be. This is a lot. Okay. Even thinking that this was done like post-mortem, this is a lot, but this I'm gonna get a little bit irritated. I'm gonna get just a smidge, okay? Take that with a grain of salt. I'm gonna get a little irritated, honestly.
Eyes had been removed, and 2 large round pebbles on which eyes had been crudely painted placed into the empty orbits. Upon examination by the family, the child from whom the doll had been made was found to be still alive, albeit unconscious. Authorities were notified, and the child was airlifted to Bartlett Regional Hospital in Juneau, Alaska, where she survived for 18 hours. 2 Foundation agents were dispatched and were able to interview the subject. See interview log below. Following the subject's death, her body was confiscated by the agents and all witnesses amnesticized as per standard procedure. DNA testing revealed that the subject had been Ekaterina Morozova, age 7, a known abduction victim of SCP-4666 taken from her family's residence in Dubovka, Russia on January 2nd, 2016. Autopsy of the subject's body showed she had been severely malnourished during the 2 years following her abduction, which had resulted in considerable stunting. Weight was only 15 kilograms, height was only 90 centimeters. A number of scars and burns were present on her skin, and she had suffered 2 bone fractures, left tibia and left ulna, that had not been reset and had healed improperly. Hands were heavily calloused. Cause of death was attributed to multiple organ failure resulting from severe, sustained malnourishment. Document 4666-5-358-14. Interview log.
No!
Audio log 4666-06201. Date, January 2nd, 2018. Time, 11:27 to 11:49 p.m. Alaskan Standard Time. Location, Bartlett Regional Hospital, Juneau, Alaska. Interviewers, Agent Anthony Kowalczyk, Agent Susan Muse attending. Subject, Ekaterina Morozova, SCP-4666-A-0960. Female, age 7. Notes. The subject regained consciousness for a period of roughly 30 minutes prior to expiring, during which she was interviewed. Hospital staff had previously removed the thread that had been sewn into her lips, allowing her to speak. Despite having been administered a morphine drip, the subject was largely coherent throughout the interview. The subject did not understand English and initially only spoke a language that was unfamiliar to Agents Kowalczyk and Muse. However, after several minutes, the subject began addressing the agents in Russian, which he spoke poorly. Agent Kowalczyk, who spoke rudimentary Russian, was able to conduct the interview without the need for an interpreter. This interview has been translated by my on-site AI, Acid. Playing log now.
Hello, I am Anthony. What's your name?
Are you going to take me back to him?
No, I promise. I'm just here to talk to you.
I don't want to go back.
You don't have to. You're safe now, Mishka. Can you tell me what happened to you? Do you remember the night he came to your house?
I remember. He hurt Mama and Papa, and Katya, and Juliana for a long time, and they were bleeding. After they stopped screaming, he put me in his bag.
His bag?
He had a big bag. Other children went in bag too. I think we go to other houses. I hear people screaming outside the bag, all during the night. Each house, he put another child in the bag. Then after the night, he take us away.
Where did he take you?
Underground. Nothing. Deep.
Underground? You mean in a basement?
Deep. Everything other than mud and ice. Bones everywhere. Everything cold. I can't sleep because it's too cold.
Were there lots of children there with you?
Lots of children. Lots of tunnels. Lots of holes. But I can't see all. I can't see the other island. Too dark. My hole is with Renee, Hekla, Sasha, and Paul. We make toys. Together.
The toys?
If you don't make the toys, you don't eat. Don't stop making toys. Don't fall asleep or he hurt you.
He hurts you? How?
He hit you. He hit you. Or he burn you. Or he bite off your fingers. Or he cook you on the fire in his room and eat you. He eat Phil and Sally.
What about you? How did this happen to you? Did he do this?
Renee, Hekla, and Sasha and Paul do this. They have to.
Why?
I get sick. When you can't make the toys, you become the toys.
I am trying to think very carefully of how to say what I'm about to say. Okay. With attempting to respect creativity and to respect something being made within a horror aspect, this is just too much. This is just too much. But I think it's just too much for me. Right? I don't have a lot of appreciation for horror, for gore, for very, very dark, disgusting. Like, I I'm not trying to be disrespectful. That's not my intention at all. This is a lot. This is a lot. This is a lot. This is a lot. And this is too much for me. In my opinion, for myself. This is just too much.
Wow. Let's just get rid of this guy's face off of the monitor.
Yes,
and
please.
Let's all go and have a really good holiday and just take our minds off this thing, okay? Thank you for listening, if indeed you still are, and you were all dismissed.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. I like the doctor showing a bit of like, I guess like human emotion of oh well, let's just move on and enjoy this holiday season. Like that was a nice touch from him in his video and stuff. Okay. With all due respect, this was just not for me. This was way too far. I said my piece on it during the video. I definitely felt like a lot of what was written was just for shock value and things like that. It's not really my thing to critique. I don't have an appreciation for horror or grotesque, different things like that. As always, I love the video structure, how everything's presented from the Volgun. That's always enjoyable. But this particular SCP is just not for me, sadly. I hope I said it as respectfully as possible. It's just not. I'm all right on this one. But regardless, the original video is going to be linked down below. Please make sure you check it out. If you like my video, make sure you like and subscribe so I can see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye.